Good day. It is Thursday, August 30, 2018. Thank you for coming by and watching this YouTube video. This week, we have made it our mission to take you through the process of how we know it is that, or when, more precisely, the line of least resistance reverses and starts a new trend, a new line. And we have been taking you through that process step by step via our short-term sentinels. We'll continue doing that today, and we'll continue doing it through the rest of the week and into next week if we need to show you that exact point so you can see for yourself how powerful this timing tool is and how much how vital it is to a serious trader. Yesterday we talked about the line of least resistance being defined by the short-term sentinels. These are 7 sentinels that we run on a 2-hour basis, and we showed you how as the Standard & Poor's have gone up some 125 points in the last 2 weeks, or about 75 points in the last week, the McClellan oscillator has been collapsing. The momentum of this market is dropping like a stone as the market's going up, warning us of the onset of a downtrend. You see the same thing in the NDX 100. The NASDAQ 100 NDX indicator has gone straight up by some nearly 400 points, and in the last week or so, the McClellan oscillator for the NASDAQ has collapsed, telling us that as the market's going up, the driving force, the momentum, is collapsing, warning us of an imminent turn. Here is those were actually 4 of our indicators, as we've explained in some earlier videos. The 5th is the SVXY, which is the inverse ETF of VIX. When this is falling, it means that the trend is turning down, and indeed it gave a sell signal just today. So that's 5. Now, interestingly, number 6, the Vixen of the 7 indicators that tell us the line of resistance, now, just in the last 20-30 minutes, has joined the fray, and it too is in downtrend. So that's 6. Only one remains, and the one that remains on uptrend still is the BP comp. That's the percentage of stocks on the NASDAQ that are still in point and figure buy configurations. When that too goes to sell, we'll have all 7. The line of least resistance will be down. People entering the short side at that point will have the wind at their back for some time to come. It's a perfect entry into the market, and we're rapidly approaching that time. The reason the BP comp, by the way, is still going up is because if you look at the relative strength of the composite, the NASDAQ sector of the market, and NDX, of course, which is part of that, they are way far stronger than the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the Standard & Poor's 500. In fact, right now, while the Dow is down 44 hundredths and the SPX is down 27 hundredths, I show that the futures on NASDAQ are actually up 6 hundredths of a point. And that shows up in an index that we call our relative comp. It's the relative strength of the NASDAQ compared to SPX, and that indicator is showing it's still in uptrend, it's still on a buy signal, and that's the one sector of the market that's still on buy. Everything else is down. We're almost there, folks, And I'm going to be right here with you until we do get that signal, and I'm going to point it out on Twitter. I'm going to show you where to look for it on Twitter when that signal comes. Not likely to be today based on what we're seeing from BP Comp, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps on Tuesday after the weekend, but we're very, very close now. So we wanted to take you through that today one last time. We want to again encourage you to come by 7sentinels.com, and if you do, you'll see a number of very useful articles there, articles like Blue Sky in the Morning that talks about what's been happening in the market over 2017 into 18. Red Sky in the Morning. As you know, red sky at night, sailors delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. And that's what that Red Sky in the Morning is a takeoff from. Another article that I think you'll find very interesting is one called Rainmaker. Very relevant to what's going on in the market this year in general. And another that is particularly helpful is an article entitled, just a moment, When Worlds Collide, and it's about the colliding forces of the 2017 bull market and the onset of the 2018 bear market. So we hope you'll come by, take a look at the website. If you click on limited time trial, for $9.95 you can have 14 days of 7 Sentinels. Try it out, check it out, see what we're doing, see how we get our signals. You can see the signals as they develop and as we call them out, and you can see all our comments during the day, at night, and our articles on the weekends, and we'll be with you trading through this market. So thank you very much for coming by today, and we wish you good trading.